But who better than me?
Welcome back to Base Talks. Now, on this one, very interesting situation. I had the pleasure of chopping it up with the Queen of Queensbury, Raven Chapman, my favourite Capricorn. Sorry, Jules, she is. Midway through our conversation, things kind of went left. I'm sure you guys know about the Fabio Wardley and David Adelier altercation that took place on the red carpet. So, we kind of stopped halfway through, saw the ruckus, whatever. And then we kind of got back to it. So what I'm going to do for this one, as to not disrespect the interview and obviously the conversation that we had, I'm going to remove that part from this video. But that is going to end up in an episode which will probably be recorded afterwards. So, without further ado, check out the interview from myself and the Omen, Raven Chapman. Yeah, this is Base the Kid, the hardcore casual, and I'm delighted to be joined by Raven Chapman, who is my undisputed Capricorn of the world. Raven, how you doing?
Yeah, you're right, Base. I'm very well, thank you. A bit hot in here, but all good.
I was about to say, it's you would think that the amount of money that they're paying for this event, they would have employed some air conditioning, especially in the summer. But maybe they're trying to get us ready for Saudi. What do you reckon?
Get us prepped and primed, ready for that heat out there. But it seems to be a running theme with locations in the UK that just don't have aircon at the minute.
Yes, so let's talk about that. So your last fight, you ended up in York Hall, and unfortunately, I think you suffered a cut in sort of the middle rounds of that fight. Was it the second round? Now look, you won the fight dominantly, but I could tell that you was feeling a bit flat. What was the conditions like? Because I was supposed to go, but I didn't get my accreditations last minute. But maybe I had the right idea, because from what I heard, it was the hottest it's ever been. What was it like?
Yeah, genuinely, it's the hottest I've ever felt it in York Hall. I've never been to an event that felt that hot. The first few rounds, even after the cut, I felt like I was executing the game plan. I was doing it well. And then just after a few rounds, the heat just got to me. That's all I can say. And I made sure I was doing enough, working well enough,
Okay, so we had a bit of a madness there. Raven, thank you for sticking around. That was a bit strange. I mean,
wouldn't be a Fury presser if something crazy didn't happen, wouldn't it? Even though it wasn't Fury. So.
Very true. Thankfully, everyone seems okay. Fabio's got a little cut over the eye, similar to your fight. So let's get back to that. And you feeling a bit tired in the ring from sort of the third round on?
Yeah. So, like I say, you can't prepare for that heat in this country anyway. So obviously, we've been training. Weather's not been great. Just weren't prepared for that kind of heat, really. But the good thing to take away with it, even in like the adversity of getting a cut, it's the first time I've ever been cut in my career, pro, amateur, and then also dealing with that kind of heat, because like I said, it's the hottest I've ever felt York Hall, the hottest venue I've ever fought in, and I fought in Dubai. So that's saying something, but like I say, we come through it well. As much as I wanted to be able to showcase a few different things that we'd been working on in camp, kind of ended up just reverting back to what I do and what I do well, to make sure I was doing what I needed to.
So with obviously the cut happening, that's not ideal in terms of remaining active, because you don't want to, you want to allow it to heal up and everything. So when will you possibly next be out, or do you have any ideas about the rest of this year, or are you going to try to take it off and start back January, February? What's sort of next?
No, I'd like to be out by November, definitely before Christmas, and then I can get another couple of fights in at the beginning of next year as well.
Lovely. Okay, before I let you go, so tell me, obviously you currently are eyeing Amanda Serrano. You two are very respectful. It looks like she may end up leaving the division by the time you get there, but I know that you want that fight. What do you think of her fight with Daniela Ramos, going 12 rounds for 3 minutes? What's your thoughts?
I think that's amazing. It's a great step for women's boxing. It's great that both fighters want that as well. I think as athletes, just because we're females, we still want to do your, standard original boxing. So in that sense, I think it's great, and I think it's great that they're the first ones to really do it.
And what do you think about the WBC not allowing their belt to be on the line for that one?
I just think a little bit more education around it is just needed for everybody. So no one really knows. It's all guesswork. There's been no studies done on it. Every sort of boxing study is done on a male. None of it's done on a female. So, you know, in that sense, that's what they need to do. Even if they upped it like 10 threes or 12 twos, you know, something where is that little bit more, because 10 twos is too quick.
And when it comes to 12 threes, is that something that you would possibly like in the future for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, as an athlete and as a fighter, you want to be doing what is considered your standard boxing, which is 12 threes for a championship fight. So why shouldn't we do it?
Okay, well look, Raven Chapman, the Queen of Queensbury, my favourite Capricorn, and I'll tell Julius. Thank you very much, and I will chat to you next time, all right?
Thank you, Base, and shout out to Julius as well.
Yeah, so shout out to Raven for the interview. It was a nice time. I always chop it up with Raven whenever I see her, but this is just the first time we've actually had a on-camera chop up, and I'm looking forward to big things. She says she wants to be back out in November, so I'm hoping that happens. I should get a couple more fights early next year and then go for that world title. So we'll see where we get to, but that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.